Crashcourse Superheroes is brought to you by iMovie. iMovie, think different. Oh hi, I didn't see you there. Hello my fellow intellectuals. I'm Alexis Green, and welcome to Crashcourse Superheroes. Today we are going on a journey. To where, you may ask? The comic book world, to be exact. All in an effort to find out if Miss Marvel is a superhero or if she's not, and why that is, according to Coogan's famous MPI formula. And what is Coogan's MPI formula, and who is Coogan?
Excuse me, Mrs. Green. What's the difference between a superhero and the Men in Black?
Good question, Stewie. Going back to Stewie's question, what is a superhero? Well, according to Coogan, superheroes can be distinguished from characters of related genres such as fantasy, science fiction, detective, etc. So, does this make Miss Marvel a superhero? Who knows? I know. So, for my fellow intellectuals who have read Miss Marvel, does Miss Marvel live in a world where other superheroes exist? Well, let's find out. As we see in the Miss Marvel comic book, there are other superheroes with extraordinary superpowers that do also live in her world, as Captain Marvel, Captain America, and Iron Man. But that's not all, folks. Let's dig a little deeper as to why the author of Miss Marvel created a book with the first Pakistani Muslim superhero, and who is the primary audience and who's the secondary audience, and what is the purpose of this comic book. The comic book's primary audience was intended to be comic book readers who are not Muslim and millennials, and Wilson intended for this comic book to help the primary audience become aware of the Pakistani and Muslim communities, because not many of us are aware of the issues that go on in Pakistani and Muslim communities, since we tend to be a very selfish generation, but that's just my opinion. I progress. So, Wilson's secondary audience targeted the Muslim and Pakistani people and first-generation Americans, as well as this comic book makes the secondary audience feel validated and represents them in a white, male-dominated comic book world. But you can't get a comic book like that anywhere else. Again. Now, I may be a little biased, but this comic book displays examples against the typical gender roles and stereotypes believed to be true by society, and it does a very great job doing so. For example, Wilson uses a burkini as part of Kamala Khan or Miss Marvel's costume, and this is to defy the connection between burkinis and terrorism. Now, Wilson was most likely prompted to use a burkini as Kamala's costume due to the burkini bans in France. But aside from the cultural aspects in this comic book, let's get to why Kamala Khan is a superhero. Break it down. Miss Marvel is a superhero because, first and foremost, she has a mission. Not at first, but following the book, she does. Now, according to Coogan, the superhero's mission is pro-social and selfless, which means their fight against evil must fit in with the existing, professed mores of society and must not be intended to benefit or further their own agenda. Kamala Khan's mission is to save lives and defend her community from evil. For example, when Kamala, dressed as a superhero, saw Zoe fall into the water, she selflessly saved Zoe, even though Zoe is an entitled, privileged bully who makes microaggressions about Kamala's culture. In addition, Miss Marvel saves Bruno's brother Vic, although it is evident that Vic shot Miss Marvel during the shop robbery, as we see right here. Personally, I wouldn't save someone's life after they shot me, but Miss Marvel is a superhero, and she is selfless. It is evident that Kamala is a humble superhero when she states, "Good is not a thing you are, it's a thing you do." I rest my case. Now, Miss Marvel is also a superhero because she has superpowers, and according to Coogan, superpowers are extraordinary abilities, advanced technology, or highly developed physical, mental, or mystical skills. Now, Miss Marvel displays and takes ownership of her powers when she grows bigger and stronger and glows to show the police that she indeed is Miss Marvel. Now, Miss Marvel states, I've got big powers, and shows emphasis when saying big because her ability to grow abnormally large is an extraordinary ability. Now, she also showcases her powers when she's practicing with Bruno and enhancing her powers with Bruno at the track. Now, she refers to her powers as tools when she grows longer legs and smashes a cart with her super huge hand. That's so weird. Lastly, Miss Marvel is a superhero because she has identity. According to Coogan, identity consists of the code name and the costume, with the secret identity being a customary counterpart to the code name. Miss Marvel becomes and accepts her superhero identity when she states, I'm not here to be a watered-down version of some other hero. Also, Miss Marvel's costume consists of primary colors, which people of her community associate her with them, and those colors. And also, Coogan states, because costume colors remain exactly the same, panel after panel, they come to symbolize the characters in the mind of the reader. Coogan was a wise man. The colors and the logo of Miss Marvel's costume stays consistent, which also establishes her superhero identity because she can easily be recognized by her community. Her community is able to distinguish the difference between Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel, as you can see in the last couple of issues in the comic book. To finish this video off, please subscribe to my channel and comment below if you think Miss Marvel isn't or is a superhero, but personally, as I've argued, Miss Marvel is a superhero because she has mission, power, and identity. Thank you very much.